trying hard, but you wanna be my friend.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another epic episode of Ask the Culpeppers.
I feel like the screen should start shaking right now. Epic. And as we say every episode, remember we are not lawyers, licensed counselors, any of that. Now we have gone to school, we've got some degrees, so we're kind of smart, but above all else, we are loving parents and a husband and wife couple that just loves to share a little bit about what's going on with us. And we love to hear questions. It really actually gives us the opportunity to dialogue and share our thoughts and connect in a different way. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I agree. What she said. What she said. Yeah,
don't forget to follow us on social media.
And what is it? Yeah, ask those people. Yeah, ask the Culpeppers. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, somewhere. Somebody share. Somewhere.
I'm really thinking we need to also do a Periscope. Like I'm thinking we need to start Periscoping and Marco Polo, like it's all these other outlets. But
or we can just go live on Facebook too.
Or live on Facebook.
Or live on Instagram.
Or live on Instagram.
Just answer questions just right off the fly. Right off the fly.
No pressure. No
pressure. Be sure to send your questions in, the information below to our editing team in Canada. That's the Baby Spots.
Hi, Baby Spots.
CA Digital Global Parenting Magazine, which is our sponsors that spread this show all across the world through their social media chains. And so we just want to say thank you to Grace and her awesome organization for trusting in us to deliver these answers to these questions to people all over the world.
All right.
So now I'm ready to get down to it.
That's right. Okay, so I was going to segue right into it. So that brings us to our question for the day. Dear Culpeppers, I'm a young woman who is married with a wonderful baby boy. Recently, my great aunt revealed to me that she would like to make me the sole beneficiary of her will. I visit my great aunt often, enjoy her company a lot. We have great times together. When my mother found out, she was furious. I cannot believe her anger. She is upset that my great aunt is not equally dividing the assets with my siblings, Derek and Lakeisha. It's not about the money to me. I just enjoy my aunt's time and I love her. My siblings are great, but make no contact with my aunt, and they only see each other at Christmas. But I am upset at how my mom is escalating this. She is so angry and she's always been a controlling person. My mom is now asking me to promise to give 2/3 of my inheritance away. My great aunt is still very much alive and well. How do I de-escalate my mom's angry behavior? I don't feel comfortable promising my mom to give money to my siblings. I don't like even talking about this while my dear aunt is still alive. What do I do? And we're calling this one Inheritance Gone Awry. What do you think?
I think a whole lot. You know, I can, you know, when I see these questions come in, I'll be like, man, these people are really going through something.
Yeah.
And
everybody.
This is because we all gonna die. We all gonna leave something or nothing. In every walk of life. But you know, it sounds to me like her aunt trusts her amongst all of her siblings.
It's a relationship.
And this happens everywhere. You got people that fight about inheritance. People want something before people are even dead. If you even think about the prodigal son, you know, the son wanted the inheritance. He was tired of what was going on, and he wanted it then, and his dad wasn't even dead. But at the end, his elder brother was the problem. He was mad because the father forgave him. But in this particular situation, you know, I think you have to do what you have to do. Your aunt has entrusted you with her inheritance for a reason. You notice she didn't trust your mom. She didn't trust your brothers and sisters. But she trusted you for a reason. Yeah. And so you're not obligated to give anybody anything. Not your mom, not your sisters, not your brothers, not your cousins. You don't have to give them a penny. And as you can see, because you asked this question, now you see the reason why your aunt trusts you. That's what it said to me.
That's confirmation.
That's why she trusts you, because she knew you had a heart or would do the right thing or do whatever you wanted to with the inheritance that she'll leave, once she passes on. But for your mama to get mad like that and all of that kind of stuff, that's just more proof as to why your aunt did what she did, and you're not obligated to give anybody anything. That's the way I see it.
And I think it's two things here. I think, number one, this is a good reminder for those of us who have family relationships that everything is not for sharing out, right? And so there are some things, and I'm not sure how your mom found out, but this is one of those areas and one of those times in which I think we've got to be mindful about what information we're sharing, because like you said, this isn't even anything y'all need to be worried about now because she's very much alive. What I would encourage you to do is what I'm always going to start with, and that's communicate. Communicate with your aunt what's going on, but more importantly, communicate with your mom and let her know, listen, this will could change 8,000 times. I'm not making any promises for anything because I don't know where this is going to be. She could outlive us all and it won't matter. So the bottom line is I would communicate that I'm like you. I wouldn't make any promises that I couldn't keep, and your aunt has time to change this and change her mind. So you promising them something is silly and unnecessary. But I would communicate how I was feeling, because it sounds like with the line that you talked about, your mom being controlling before, being a controlling person, that there may be some issues that this stemmed from as far as with you guys' relationship, or maybe the way your mom operates in your family, that you may want to make the priority now instead of this money. How can I engage in positive, healthy relationship with my mom, who I feel is controlling in every aspect of my life, or at least some of them? Maybe a good focus right now.
I got a couple things that just stood out at me. Two of them. The first one, you said I am a young woman who is married with a wonderful baby boy. You need to talk to your husband.
Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah.
You need to talk to him. That's what's important, because when you get married, you leave and you cleave. And so your husband is more important at that particular point than your mama, than your sisters, than your brothers, because now you have joined one with him. So you need to discuss with your husband. Oh,
that's a good point.
What should we do with this for our family that has been entrusted? I've been entrusted with. It's not mama. It's not sibling. It's not brother. It's not them. And one other, so it's him that you need to talk to. And secondly, what did I point it out? You said that how do I de-escalate my mom's angry behavior? You may not be able to.
That's
you the one need to be calm.
That's right.
It's you that needs to be calm. It's you and your family that needs to be clear on what you guys want to do. And it ain't nobody else's business, even if they family.
Yeah.
It's not their business what you and your husband decide to do. They can say what they want. They can do what they want. But the Lord is going to expect you and your family and your household to be the heirs and to do what's necessary with those financials once that time comes. But let me tell you something. Who knows? Anything could happen tomorrow.
Anything could happen, and we hope not.
We hope not.
But let's not count our chickens before they hatch.
Right.
I know that's not a good example, a good idiom, but what I can say is I think sometimes we worry and make a big thing out of something down the line. And so that's what I would continue to focus on when I'm having a conversation with my mom and my siblings is, listen, we don't know how this is going to end. We'll worry about this bridge when we get to it, because it's way off if we're lucky.
And one last thing I'm going to add to this is, if people get to pressuring you, asking you what you're going to do, what you're going to do with the money, let them know, look, I could be gone tomorrow and die before my aunt do. Or you could be gone and that money is not going to matter.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter a hill of bean. Or you can just tell them simply this, look, my husband and I, my family and I are discussing it. Meaning your husband. That's what I'm meaning, not everybody else. And you can just kill it. You ain't got to get no long, lengthy conversation or debate. Just say, look, my husband and I are taking care of things. And that's it. You can just kill it right there.
Absolutely. Well, as always, we thank you for listening today and tuning in. Please share and submit your questions. We've got lots of questions on deck, so we're going to have to do some serious recording here going forward because you've submitted so many questions, and so we're so grateful. Thank you again, for trusting us to hear our opinion. And as you know, we know that everyone has trusted friends and colleagues and loved ones that will certainly have opinions on any matter that you give them. But we thank you all for trusting us to share our opinions as well. And so, as Derek has so eloquently reminded us, contact information is on the screen. And so we hope that you continue to follow us and submit your questions. And again, a big shout out and thank you to the Baby Spot CA.
Alrighty, that's it, folks. We'll see you next time. Share this video. It might bless somebody. Take it easy. Peace and Hagrid.
Bye bye.
I can't help